Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
जय श्री श्री राधा गिरधारी भगवान की जय, श्री श्री राधा श्यामा सुंदर की जय, श्री श्री राधा नील माधव की जय, जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, जय श्री श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की जय, जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जय श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, जय श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the Lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswami Niti Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Yam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai. Granthar Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Jai Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. Everybody's doing all right? Good. Divyanshi Mataji, would you like to introduce your friend? I think she's here now. Priti Kumari.
Yes, Prabhuji. She's basically my school friend. I think she's had a conversation with Arvind Prabhu as well.
Yes.
I've been giving her some background with respect to that. So I think today is the first time she'll be attending. She had some lecture. She's there now.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Mother. Ambarisa Das. Very nice to see you. Yes, very nice.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, first class. So you live in the same place in New Delhi?
Yes, I live in Kāla-cakraḥ, South East Delhi.
Okay. All right, very nice. Well, hope we are able to capture your attention and keep you interested and you find what you've come to find in this Hare Krishna weekend. Hare Krishna. Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we're starting today's class, and the class that we're discussing today is hold on, right? We are discussing this important that Krishna is the. Sorry, I've got message. There's a devotee who passed away. I got the message too. Just give me a few seconds. I'll get back to my things here. A very nice devotee. He passed away. He used to be here in New Zealand, moved to Gold Coast. Right. Okay. Hare Krishna. Krishna, the controller of Kāla-cakraḥ. Kāla-cakraḥ is a wheel of time. And time always destroys. Did you know? Time always changes that we know. Actually, change is destruction. From one thing to the other. Destroys. We may say, every day I come to this place, it's the same old thing, repeating. Actually, nothing is repeated. We may be hearing the same thing, but things have changed. The speaker has become old, the person who speaks, and we also who are listening also have become old, one day old. Destroys everything. This Kāla-cakraḥ, the eternal time, the cycle, which keeps rotating. Destroys everything, destroys relationships, matures relationships, changes relationships. You may say that if relationship has matured, how can you say it is destroyed? The thing is this, mature meaning what? It has changed, isn't it? So where it was, no, it has changed, higher level or lower level. So that which was there is destroyed, is it not so? For better or for worse? Srila Prabhupada would always tell his American and European disciples, so you American boys and girls, you have a disease of change. They keep changing everything. And now you'll find that disease is everywhere in India also, man. They've got you have a new software, new interface of your favorite email address, or sometimes it changes. New, better has come. Actually, better has not come. They're saving money in the name of better. That's what it has become. Nothing is better. We say, yeah. We have done all those things, marketing, Basically, you want to change it to save money. Change. Krishna is that Kāla-cakraḥ. He is a controller of Kāla-cakraḥ. He represents time. And time that changes and kills everything, destroys everything, is one part. And how are the devotees saved? That's the second part that we're going to discuss and meditate upon. So come with us in the journey today. Naste loke dviparardhavasane mahabhuteshvadibhutam gateshu vyakte avyaktam kāla-vegena yate bhavanekah shishyate shesha samgnaha. So, at the time of the birth of our dear Lord Krishna, Mother Devaki is astonished to see Krishna in his four-handed form as Vishnu appearing in the womb. So also is Vasudeva. I've decided to speak today for my benefit on these few verses. We all know about his appearance, but these are giving some depths. So here she's saying, Naste loke viprarardhva vasane. So Naste means after annihilation, everything is finished. Loke means all the cosmic manifestation is destroyed. Dviparardha avasane. That means after millions of years of the life of Brahma, when Brahma dies, Mahabhuteshu Adibhutam Gateshu. So Mahabhuteshu. Mahabhut is a Panch Mahabhut. The 5 gross elements, primary elements for the material creation, which are made up of, which are what? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Panch Mahabhut. Mahabhuteshu. Say the bhut. They're ghosts. They kill us. They come behind us like enemies. Everything Panchabhut, Panch Mahabhut. We don't even know. We're very happy, Our body is made up of Panch Mahabhut, Earth, water, fire. I look so beautiful, I look so this. That's of course. But the same 5 elements are going to change the element of time. And the same beautiful face of today is going to become old. As we discussed, those who do not understand the value of life become sad. I'm getting old. But those who appreciate the value of life, they are happy. Thank you, Krishna. I'm getting old. More opportunity to know you, to chant your names, to be with you, dance with you. So, this Pancha Mahabhut, Mahabhuteshvadi Bhutam Gateshu. So, Adi Bhutam Gateshu. That means enter within the subtle elements of sense perception. We'll understand this point. These 5 gross elements, they enter into the subtle elements. Vyakte avyaktam kāla-vege nayate. See, Vyakte means manifested, which is created. Vyakte avyaktam, avyaktam means not manifested. Kāla-vege nayate. See, Kal means time. But actually, as this particular verse correctly says, Kāla-vegena, vegena meaning force. Time comes with its force. Time doesn't subtly stand there in one place and you are controlling the time. No, time controls everything and everybody. So time is always moving in prachanda vegat, very fiercely following and going very fast. It's following all of us. It's approaching us very, very fast. Prachanda vegat. The intermediate devotees will understand this more clearly when we discuss the Sri Upanishad verses. So, Kāla-vegena, by the force of time, yate enters. Bhavan, bhavanekah shishyate shesha samugnaha. Bhavan means the Lordship, Krishna. Ekah means only one. Shishyate remains. Ashesha samugnaha. The same one with different names. How beautiful. So say after annihilation of the cosmic manifestation, after millions and millions of years when Brahma dies, the 5 gross elements, Mahabhut, enter into Adi Bhutam Gateshu. Before Bhutam, before that, they were in subtle elements. So they enter back into subtle elements. When everything is manifested, and into the non-manifested they go in. By the force of time, enters your Lordship. At the time only one remains, that is, has different names. Krishna has many different names. So this is the position, this is the point where in the prayers, Mother Devaki is praying how when the manifestation is finished, how they go back, how the whole manifestation is taken back. Translation. After millions of years, at the time of cosmic annihilation, when everything manifested and unmanifested is annihilated by the force of time, the five gross elements enter into the subtle conception, and the manifested categories enter into the unmanifested substance. At that time, you alone remain, and you are known as Ananta Sheshanag. Lord Shiva destroys as a representative of Krishna. Lord Brahma creates as a representative of Krishna. Maintenance is done by Vishnu, who is a plenary portion of Krishna. So here, at the time of annihilation, the five gross elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, enter into the subtle elements. Between what? They enter into the mind, intelligence, and false ego, ahankar. And the entire cosmic manifestation enters into the spiritual energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who alone remains as the origin of everything. The Lord is therefore known as Sheshanag or Adipurush, and by many other names. You see, the process of creation takes place with Krishna. Krishna expands. First expansion is Balaram. From Balaram comes the Chaturvyuj expansion. Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudev. From Sankarshan comes Narayan. From Narayan again a Chaturvyuj expansion. Again Sankarshan, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Vasudev. From Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu or Kshirodakshayi Vishnu or Karanodakshayi Vishnu, all the same. It is sometimes this Mahavishnu or the Karanodakshayi Vishnu, he rests from the Vaikuntha to the eternal sky. Sometimes there comes a small cloud of Mahat Tattva, material creation. He's resting in a very small portion of it. And from his body pores in his yoga nidra, when he's exhaling, unlimited universes pour out from the body pores. As many body pores we have got, body pores, we don't even know how many pores we have got. Similarly for Mahavishnu, the same. They come out. Unlimited universes. And he is in the yoga nidra, in a special nidra, meditating, mystic sleep, which is powered by the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Then he's called the first Purusha. Mahavishnu expands as Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. The Garbhodakshayi Vishnu enters into each of these universes. At that stage, there is nothing. It's just lump of matter. All the gross elements, subtle elements are put together. The Garbhodakshayi Vishnu enters into each of these universes. As he enters into each of these universes, that's when the blueprints are drawn for each of the universe. From the Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, lotus, from his navel stands a lotus flower. That's when Brahma is born to create diversity and creation in each of the universe. Depending upon how big is the universe, how many heads Brahma has. Our universe has got the smallest diameter. We've got the smallest Brahma with 4 heads. And same Garbhodakshaya Vishnu further enters as Kshirodakshaya Vishnu into each and every atoms of the universe. So what we understand as Vishnu in common language is this Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, the third Vishnu. From he is a Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and from him all incarnations takes place except that of Krishna, who's full, Balaram full, Narasimha full, Ram full, Varaha and all full. All others, partial penalty expansions, come from this Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So, Devaki therefore prayed that after many millions of years, when Brahma comes to the end of his life, when all the Brahmas die, that's when the complete annihilation takes place, where all these universes go back into the body of Mahavishnu. When he's inhaling, goes back to the body into Mahavishnu. That's when the complete annihilation takes place, after millions of years. The annihilation of the cosmic manifestation takes place. At that time, the 5 elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, ether, enter into Mahat Tattva, as you said, that cloud of matter. The Mahat Tattva enters in by the force of time, Kāla-cakraḥ, enters into the non-manifested material energy. So what is this non-manifested material energy? That means what is manifested, what we see, is very small portion of the total material energy, which is the capacity of Mahavishnu. See, we must have, if you remember, we studied this verse. Of Srimad Bhagavatam seed verses. The second verse. Yatha mahanti bhutani bhuteshu chavacheshva anu pravishtanya apravishtani tathateshu nateshavaham. So here the Lord is explaining, Krishna is explaining to Brahma, "Oh Brahma, please know that the universal elements enter into the cosmos and at the same time do not enter into the cosmos. Similarly, I myself also exist within everything created, and at the same time, I'm outside of everything." So here if you remember, we discussed this point. We understood that the universal elements, the material energies are so big, so vast, that what we see as a total creation is only a small portion of what the whole material creation is, energies are. Not everything is manifested. So here, this Mahat Tattva, by the force of time, merges into this non-manifested material energy. And that total material energy, which is manifested and did not manifest, both, they enter into the energetic pradhan. And that pradhan enters into you. So this clarity must be there for the leaders program. What is pradhan? How different is it from Mahat Tattva? Those who are in the beginners program, this may be very concept is very, very dry. For intermediate program, you'll understand a bit later. But these are concepts which needs to be heard now. And those at the leaders program would understand this, and things will fall into place, what is discussed. So, therefore, after annihilation of the whole cosmic manifestation, you alone remain with a transcendental name, form, quality, and paraphernalia. But the thing is this, What remains here is Mahavishnu. When the spiritual world, living beings are unlimited. That Vaikuntha planets, they don't close down. They don't annihilate. The life exists eternally because there is no time element there. There is only the material creation. Only this portion. But time has an effect. So, my Lord, Mother Devaki is praying, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you because you are the director of the unmanifested total energy and the ultimate reservoir of the total material nature. My Lord, the whole cosmic manifestation is under your influence of time. Beginning from the moment up to the duration of the year, all act under your direction. You are the original director of everything and the reservoir of potent energies. So we are seeing this creation from the back to front. After finishing is done, how it is done. And then from front to back afterwards. So the time element is further very beautifully explained in the next verse where she says, Yo ayam kalastasya vyakta bandho chesta mahahush chestate yena vishwam nimeshadir vatsaranto mahiyam tam tvasanam kshema dhama prapadye. See here, the Lord is called Avyakta Bandho. Avyakta means not manifested, unmanifested. Bandho means either his friend or the owner or inaugurator. So the translation is given that you are the inaugurator of the unmanifested, the origin of the Mahatattva and Prakriti. Now the translation here it is saying that, O inaugurator of the material energy, this wonderful creation works under the control of powerful time, which is divided into seconds, minutes, hours, and years. This element of time, which extends for many millions of years, is but another form of Lord Vishnu. For your pastimes, you act as the controller of time, but you are the reservoir of all good fortune. Let me offer my obeisances, full surrender unto you, the Lordship. See? So here, in the Brahma Samhita, this particular time element is very beautifully explained. 552. Yachakshuresa savita sakala grahanam raja samasta suramurti rashesha tejaha yasya naja dharmati sambhravat Kāla-cakraḥ govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. The sun is the king of all planetary systems and has unlimited potency in heat and light. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, under whose control even the sun, which is considered to be the eye of the Lord, rotates within the fixed orbit of eternal time. So this is a fantastic understanding of the Vedic scriptures. It is a cosmology in it as well. You see, how is Bhakti Yoga involved in this? So a devotee gets a fair understanding of physical world, metaphysical world, not only one's own body, but surrounding elements, and also the other planetary systems, how they work, how they function. So here it is mentioned that the sun is the center of the whole cosmos. Even he rotates on a particular orbit, fixed orbit, controlled by the eternal time. So although we see that a cosmic manifestation is gigantic and wonderful, it is within the limitations of Kal, the time factor. Time is up, everything is finished. Just like from our own personal life, when our time is up, finished, give up everything. We can't say, sorry, let me finish this work, Then we communicate this to that person, and then no, time is finished. Similarly, the whole material creation, when time is up, it's up. And we can calculate the hours, calculate the time as well. So this time factor is also controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Maya dhakshena prakritihi suyatesa characharam. So Prakriti, or the cosmic manifestation, the material world, is under the control of time. And time is under the control of Krishna. Maya dhakshena. Maya means from me. Adhyakshena means superintendent. Adhyaksha Mahoday. What will you say? Same thing. Adhyaksha means superintendent. So Maya, I am the superintendent, Prakriti, of whole material creation, Krishna is saying. Suyate sa characharam. All the living beings' movements are controlled by me. See, every minute, every second, every night, every month, every year of time can be calculated according to the movement of the sun. And the sun is not independent, because sun is also under the control of time. If you can calculate the time according to the movements of the sun, that means sun is controlled by time. Is it not so? It's a paradox which you can understand both ways. So, as the sun is under control of time, time is controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the Lord has no fear of time, because of which he is fearless of time. Time doesn't affect him. And he can choose how much time he wants to be, what age he remains to be. So here, Avyakta Bandhu is mentioned of the Lord, the inaugurator of the movement of the entire cosmic manifestation. So example is given there, just when you see a potter's wheel, when potter, have you seen potter's wheel? Anybody has seen potter's wheels? How the potter makes kumbhar? Who has seen? Yeah, all of you seen. All of you are not showing your face, man. I don't know. You've seen or not seen. Yeah, you've seen kumbhar, potter's wheel, pot, making pot. It's a good way to relax, Many stress relieving people, it's a therapy. You make pots. In the Western world, it's actually the case. In Western world, there are potters club where they make pots. And people who are feeling very stressed and distressed, they make pots. They create this. Beautifully done. So we may see that it is pot which has been made. It's moving on its own. But we know it's moving because the potter is moving though. You see? So this is how we understand Avyakta Bandhu. It is Krishna who is moving everything. Now the thing is, as we started the discussion, time, change, destroys things. So here, when it is destroyed, time is destroying things, changing things. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokaksha Krut Kalasyasmi Lokakshaya Krut Pradha Pravradho. This is very important. Again, Kalosmi Loka Kshayakrit Pravradho Lokan Samahartum Iha Pravruttaha Ruterapi Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Yevasthitaha Pratyanikshu Yodhaha. So he says, Kalasmi, Kala means time, Asmi means I am. Loka Kshayakrit means, Loka means the world, Kshayakrit means destroy. Time I am, the destroyer of worlds, Krishna says. The blessed Lord said, translation, I am time, the destroyer of worlds, and I have come to engage all people with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All soldiers here on both sides will be slain. These are famous words. Remember we showed you the video of first nuclear blast? And that nuclear scientist referring to this particular verse when he created the blast, after blasting. Time I am the destroyer of worlds. So that's why those who are not devotees of Krishna, they're very afraid of time and death. But those who are devotees of Krishna, they accept Krishna. So they accept every aspect of Krishna, including the time. So they say, when he's destroyer, let him destroy me also. No problem. But Krishna is saying that I am the destroyer of all the worlds, and I have come to engage all the people, means kill all of them who are on the battlefield, except for you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be killed. So Krishna is partial towards his devotees, although he is non-partial to everyone. So Arjuna is actually telling Krishna, I don't want to fight Krishna. So Krishna says, well, if you don't fight, no problem. If you fight, you will get the credit. If you don't fight, outcome is already there. It is not yet manifested. You become nimitta matra. Just like we say that when you create something, that created thing is going to happen tomorrow. It is just not manifested today. Think about this. Think about this. If you want to create something, like for example, you are writing an examination or you are going to play a game. You want to create something. That creation is going to happen when the time comes. Outcome is fixed. This is the true Vedic culture. And this people cannot understand who are from other religions. I remember having a discussion with my Christian friend. He says karma is very pacifist. So you don't do anything? I said, how can you say that? Because this has been taught to them in their preaching, how to demean the Sanatana Dharma. So I told him, do you think I'm pacifist? He said, no way. I said, then I believe in karma. You see, similarly, the action that we are performing creates things. What is separating it is time. So time is very important. It is everywhere, in every elements, every atom, time exists. And time destroys. Krishna says, I am that time. And in other verse, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Mrityu sarva haras chaham. I come as Mrityu, death, and I take away everything from you. So devotees say, take away, best, take me. Non-devotees are afraid, oh, death, oh my God. Devotees are saying, very good, I'm meeting Krishna. Hare good night, see you later. See you soon. We are all going to go back to Godhead one day or the other. Time separates us. This is what Maharaj said in one of the last public appearance. We'll meet again. Time separates us. I hope there's no big long wait to meet him. Of course, we don't miss him. He's alive in our life, but still is an object of love, you know. Same thing people experience with Prabhupada also. So time is destruction. All the manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. This is the law of nature. We may have different things of nature. Now, How does it affect devotees? That is $1 million question. How does it affect devotees? How devotees are saved? What does it work? That is beautifully explained again in the 10th canto. Now see, here it is. There are about 3-4 mrityus given here in this particular verse. Martyo, martyo, mrityu, vyalabhitas palayan. Very beautiful. See, martyo, mrityu. Martya means living entities who are sure to die. It's called martya. They are going to die one day. You know? They are called martya. Like martya loka means planets which people are going to die. Martya. Mrityu vyalabhitaha. Vyalabhitaha means what? Mrityu vyalabhitaha. Mrityu means, bhita means afraid. Mrityu val means afraid of the serpent of death. So martya means people who are sure to die. They are afraid of the serpent of death. Palayan. Martyo mrityu vyalabhitaha palayan. They run away. They are trying, they are running here and there in the fear of death, the serpent, of death. That's why you see karmis, they want to go to heavenly planets to save themselves from death. Who don't understand Krishna, who don't want to be detached, want to be attached. That's why they want to perform yajna, they go to heavenly planets and all those things going up and down. So, Lokan sarvan nirbhayam nadya gachat. So nirbhaya means fearlessness. Tvat prajam prapya yadruchayadya. This is very important. See, prapya means to obtain a shelter. Yadruchaya means by chance, by the mercy of a lordship or your representative, the spiritual master. Means anyone. Tat padabjam means of your lotus feet. If somebody, by greatness of the fortune, tat pradabjam, prapya means achieves, yadruchayadya, by chance, yadruchya, the mercy of your lordship, by you or through your spiritual master. Adya means presently. Sustha shete mrityurasmada paiti. Sustaha means being undisturbed, mentally composed. You say susti. In Hindi also you word susti hai. Sustaho. Aram hai. Kya susta? I'm just feeling a bit lazy. Why do you feel lazy? If there's a gun on your head, will you be lazy? Will you be lazy if you've got a problem at right hand? You'll not be lazy. But when you don't have a problem, you are a bit lazy. This is the point. This is a devotee situation. So what are they saying? That sustaha, being undisturbed and mentally very composed. The only then we have susti. Shete means sleeping. They are sleeping very nicely, undisturbed. Mrityuhu, asmat. Mrityu means death. Asmat means from those persons. Apaiti, death also flees away. So those who have fortunately taken the shelter and received the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, through Krishna or through his guru, his representative, a spiritual master, those people, they can sleep nicely without much cares, because from them even death runs away as they run away from Krishna. How beautiful is this verse? Very nice. Mrityo mrityu vyalabhitaha palayan. Run us away. Lokan sarvan nirbhayam nadya gachat. Tvat padabjam prapya yadruchayadya. Susthehe shete mrityurasmada paiti. 3 mrityus are given here. Now let's come to translation. See, no one in this material world has become free from the principles of birth, death, old age and disease. But everyone, right? Even by fleeing to other planets, various planets. People die, they want to go to higher planets, lower planets, all this, they perform yajna, past activities, become good. But now that you have appeared, my Lord, death is fleeing in fear of you. And the living entities, having obtained your shelter, having obtained the shelter of at your lotus feet, by your mercy, are sleeping in full mental peace. This is the point. The devotees are not scared of death. Coming very good. Come early. When I'm very hale and hearty. King Kāla-cakraḥ, he's a big devotee. I think he was from Kerala. He has written in his Mukund Mala Stotra, sir, if I want to die, please come early when I'm hale and hearty. So I can remember Krishna in my death. Because Krishna says at the time of death, he remembers me, comes to me. If I'm old and diseased, when I will not be able to remember you, man. I'll be remembering my pain. So devotees are happy to die early and happy to die old also. Thank you very much for giving me more opportunity so I can become more Krishna conscious. Two-way win-win situation. Right? See, so Prabhupada are expert, See, in the purport, the very first line Prabhupada writes, there are different categories of living entities, but everyone is afraid of death. See, there are different categories of living entities, categories. There's human beings, the animals, the birds, there are microorganisms, there is amoeba, there is a coronavirus, also living being. There is demigods, devas, but all of them are afraid of death. We think coronavirus kills, so we should kill him, right? Right. We don't kill people. We don't kill living beings. Right? We don't see ourselves. There is the nature of the human being, of living being. We cannot see our own faults. We can see others' faults. How many living beings do we kill in a single day? Do you know? We don't even count. But coronavirus, how many have killed? We keep a count. How rascal we are. Tell me, have we not killed anything? Today, in this one day, what are the opportunities that we have created by our own self to kill living beings? Can you count? We don't know the numbers. Yeah? Let's have a count. How do we kill living beings? Us as living beings, as human beings? Tell me. Let's count. Oh, just open yourself. Don't unmute yourself. Let's count. Give us all everyone will have one opportunity. Come on, start. I want to make sure you're not sleeping, with this heavy lecture, Go. Count.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mother. Hare Bol.
While walking, there are ants and very small insects in the grass. Yes, and then when we are walking and we kill them all the time. While breathing, we have from nostrils.
One opportunity. Otherwise, everybody will. So while walking, you kill so many small, big living beings. Thank you very much, Mother. Very good. What are the other ways in which we kill living beings every day?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mother.
During the cleaning, there might be some spiders gone into the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, cleaning. Spiders going in vacuum cleaner and then the broom. That's right. So cleaning also we kill. Okay, thank you. What else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Bol.
We kill mosquitoes.
We kill mosquitoes.
Yes, and deliberately. And we feel very happy after that.
Yes, kill mosquitoes. Martin, kill them. And we're killing them. They show a cartoon of a cigarette smoking man as if he's a human being, No, listen, I'm not saying you should not kill. When they kill you, you'll kill them, But we're killing. That's very important to understand. Okay, well, who else? How else do we kill? Good, very good. How else do we kill?
While doing gardening, Prabhu.
While doing gardening, we kill.
Cutting my lawn.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I heard by breathing we also kill little microbes.
Yes, absolutely right. By breathing we kill. That's why many Jains, they have this, they wear this, cloth. They're breathing also, speaking also we kill. Yeah, this is appreciation of all living beings. Jain Munis, they have this.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Haribol.
Our body is actually, our immune system is designed to kill, all the microbes that enters, and they kill millions and billions when you're sick. Antibiotics and all that. So there's a self-protection, but it requires killing.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Our body is full of organisms. Good bacteria, bad bacteria, sad bacteria, disease bacteria. They also have their kingdom inside. They also have their hero. They also have one hero in there. They also sing in dance. There's also a villain there. And then there is a climax shot also there. All these things going on, no problem. They also enjoy themselves in our body, in our stomach, in our hand, in our brain. Everything is there. Don't you worry. We had a doctor in our program. Mike. Remember Mike? I was not sure if you remember this. Mike Armour, sometime. So he said when we have a cut and you see blood coming out and the blood becomes black, then there's a black covering around it, and it becomes, so black is nothing else but all these insects which pounds whenever there's an opening, they are designed to just go to that opening and close it, and they die covering it. I don't know. That's what he told me. Wow. So we are universe amongst ourselves too. So we're killing. Very good. What else do we kill? What about those who are sleeping? I can't. Come on. Parth, you're asleep? Wake up, please.
No.
You're not showing your face. I don't know what is happening. You're on a bed or something. Snoozing.
Yes. No.
I'm in yoga. I'm in that. What is that word used? They are very devotees. Devotees are very sustha. They are undisturbed, mentally composed. I'm sustha. Very nice. Say, Prabhuji, I'm doing this. What is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, I'm doing this, sustha. You're disturbing me. Yeah? No, you're not sustha now?
Yeah.
Tell me now, another way of killing. Have you found some innovative way to kill living beings?
Innovative way of killing. Prabhu,
Every single day.
Prabhu, yeah, just old. I think when we clean our, I think somebody else mentioned this, but when we use sanitizer or hand soaps, we kill so many microbes on our hands.
Yes.
So even while brushing, I think.
We have to kill. Otherwise, we have to kill. When you remove the tongue
obviously.
cleaner, you remove the bacteria from the tongue,
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So be careful. We may become bacteria on the tongue. Don't think we are not going to become that one day. Or we may not have had in the past. We may have been. And somebody will remove it and thoo. And we are dead there. My God. Right. So Suchi mother has come now. Where's Mother Suchi? Tell me another way of killing. Are we killing people, living beings?
Mostly everything is covered by now till bacteria. But
plenty remaining.
Yeah, as we clean our house, we clean our own self. We kill lots of microorganisms.
Yes.
What
about clothes? Cleaning of the clothes?
Yes, cleaning of the clothes. Yes.
Now we don't use the dhoka. The dhoka is you should be tag. When we are very happy to see the ad, in summer season now it will be coming in India. Killing the bacteria and spray, body spray and all those things, killing the bacteria. And the bacteria are shown as very evil, and you put in a body odor, it goes away. Look, demons we are. And we are laughing about it. Right. So I'm not saying we should not do it. I'm saying we are doing it. I'm not arguing that we should not do it. Of course we should do it, but it's up to us. We're going to get karma, right? Living beings. We are killers. Okay. Good. Who else is there now? Parth, have you said something or you don't say? You said. Mayuresh. Yes. Mayuresh is with us? Okay. Supan Prabhu, Haribol, are you with us? You must be cooking or?
Cooking, Prabhuji.
While cooking also we kill. That was my
Yes.
point.
Yes, Prabhuji. Cleaning the surface.
Fire, we kill living beings. When we lit fire, we kill. Yes, Soumya, Mataji, doctor, madam, how do we kill? Tell us.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Haribol.
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, many points have been covered by all the other devotees. But Prabhuji, I think if we eat food that is not prasadam, then does that also count as killing the living beings? Because even plants are living.
Of course, 100%.
That.
Okay, very good. What about injection? Taking injection.
Yes, Prabhuji, by injection also, if we are injecting an antibiotic or something like that, we are killing the bacteria in our bloodstream and in our body.
That's right. We are giving them enemies.
Yes,
You're putting enemies inside. Go kill them. They're more immune. Yeah, more fighting. Yeah, that's right. Very good. Okay, thank you. Priyanka, are you there, Priyanka? Can you find another way of killing? Remember, can you find out? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, हरि बोल मदर बताइए और किस तरह से हम मारते हैं बाकी जीवों को?
जैसे सबने बताया वैसे ही और हम तो नहीं मारते हैं as such. जैसे अगर चींटी है तो अगर पैर आ गया गलती से तो
हाँ बराबर हम कार में जाते हैं गाड़ी में जाते हैं तो उससे मर जाते हैं काफी चीजें.
हाँ मतलब गलती से होता है तो जानबूझ के तो नहीं मारते.
बराबर.
और अगर वो हमें नुकसान पहुंचाना चाहते हैं तो हम अपने सर्वाइवल के लिए उनको मार देते हैं.
बराबर.
चूहा है, छिपकली है, कोई है अगर घर पे तंग कर रहा है तो उसको मारना ही पड़ेगा.
ये मेरा घर है, तुम कहाँ से आ गए? ये तुमने पैसा दे दिया, मैं देता हूँ पैसा, मैं देती हूँ, मैं रेंट पे करती हूँ, निकालो उसको मारो.
हाँ उस टाइम पे मारना पड़ेगा. कॉकरोच आ गया तो फिर स्प्रे करना ही पड़ेगा.
अरे बाप अरे बाप. हाँ ठीक है, आप इंसेक्टिसाइड करते हो तो उससे मरते हैं. नहीं मारोगे तो उनके साथ रहना पड़ेगा.
हाँ वो हमें फिर तंग करेंगे ना.
आप एक होंगे, वो एक के दो के चार, 6, 3, 4, 10 दिन में तो वो लोग 50-60 हो जाएंगे.
हाँ बढ़ते जाएंगे.
हाँ ठीक बात. थैंक यू मदर. Yes, Sanju Saini ji, do you find any other innovative way to kill? We are killing which we don't remember. We are killers. Killers.
Yes, Prabhuji. I remember Srila Prabhupada was saying that this material world is designed in such a way that one living entity is depend on other living entity.
Yeah.
So our mere existence is depend on killing.
That's right. That's right.
So we can't escape. Every moment we are killing.
That's right. That's right. And we cannot say, but I have to kill.
Yeah. Sorry?
We cannot say, but I have to still kill. We cannot say that.
Yes.
You get karma for it.
Karma, yes.
We are stuck very badly in this world. Kāla-cakraḥ. Time will not leave us. The witness. Time is one of the witnesses. Yes. Witnessing our activities. Or there are so many more also, like our bed, when we're cleaning our bed. When we're sleeping in the night, every night when we sleep, not only in the summer season also, we secrete so much sweat. Do you know something? There are many ways the living beings are born out of eggs, semen, sweat also. Do you know? That's why you got deodorant. If you don't do it, we smell. Eeks. Right. Go for it. Killers. We are killing machine. And all of you who think that I'm a vegetarian, I just go to I go to a shop, buy vegetables and eat. Well, you grow vegetables, you'll know how much killing is going on. Killing of the snails, as Avinash Prabhu said, you know. Killing of all these things, kill them. And then you have your fruit and you eat that fruit. I'm vegetarian. I don't kill anything. If someone else killed for you and your $2, the 50 rupees, someone else has done the killing for you, and you have your banana. Banana also sprayed with, you know, insecticide and so many things. We are killing machine.
It's really painful, Prabhuji. What I experienced is whenever I pick flower for Krishna,
yeah,
if you don't look close, sometimes I crush a lot of aphids under my pinch, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard, and yes, feel very bad, but actually we still have to offer flowers.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. I take out the flower, and each of the flower I take them, remove those and all those things, you know. And some of the flowers I don't take it out because there's so many insects there. Cut it and keep it there. You know? We have to cut the flowers.
Yes.
We're feeling good about it. I'm a very kind person. But what kind, man? I've got so many unlimited living beings in my body I'm killing all the time, you know. Breathing in, breathing out. All these things are this way. You know. Sputum, all these things. So there are different categories of living entities, but everyone is afraid of death. Let's continue this discussion. You know. Now you see that the karmis, those who want to go to the higher planetary systems, heavenly planets, there the duration of life is very long. In the Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Ahar Yad Brahmano Viduhu. So like 1 day of Brahma equals 1000 Yuga cycles of 4,300,000 years. So 400,000 years times 1000 is 1 night of Brahma. Times 2 is not a day of Brahma. 4, somebody should count. Can somebody count, please? Pritika, why don't you count? Priti Kumari, Mataji. Just take out, have you got a laptop with you, your computer, your mobile phone with you? Yeah, okay. So count, say 4,300,000. So 4, then 3, and then put 5 zeros. 43 and put 5 zeros. 4,300,000 times 1,000. Multiply by 1,000. 2. Okay? Times 2. How much is it coming to? How many years? How much? What is it coming to?
It's coming 8, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros.
So that's 8 billion.
8 billion.
600,000 is 1 day of Brahma. This is the life of human life. 1 day of Brahma. Now times 30. Do multiply by 30. Okay. Times multiply by 12. But how much did you come to?
3. It's 3096 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 zeros.
So you are into about some 300 billion or something like that, right? This is 1 year of Brahma. Times 100. Multiply by 100. How much will it come to?
Now it's really a big number.
Yes.
3.096 and many zeros, then E14. Even I don't know what it
The calculator cannot count it.
Yes.
So one life of Brahma comes to about 311 trillion years plus. We can't calculate further. This is one life of Brahma, 100 years of Brahma. Okay. So the karmis who, this Bhagavad Gita verse, it says, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Ahar Yad Brahmano Vidu. So Brahma lives for these many years. Yeah, 311 trillion years. So according to Vedic Shastra, the inhabitants of the higher planetary systems, not Brahma Loka, lower than Brahma Loka, but the moon and other planetary systems, they live for 10,000 years. And their one day is equivalent to 6 months of our life. And add one night becomes 1 year. And there's 10,000 such is the living in the life of higher planetary systems, heavenly planets. Brahma is above higher planetary systems, but he's still a living being. He also dies. So karmis, that's what they say, they palayan, they run away. The first line is mentioned, in higher planetary systems and all that, but still they have to die. They cannot. As says in the Bhagavad Gita, Abrahman, Abrahma Bhuvana Loka, Punar Avartino Arjuna, says so long as one is in the material world, whether one is in the Brahma Loka or any other lokas, he has to be under the control of Kāla-cakraḥ, of one life after another, depending upon his karma. Okay, but if there's a chance there, but if Bhutva Paliyate keeps on dying after every pralaya, but if one returns to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna Loka, Yad Gatvana Nivartante, Tad Dhamma Paramam Mama. So there is no need to re-enter within the limits of time. You are out of the time. Therefore, devotees who have taken shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, they can sleep very peacefully with this assurance from God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this assurance is also mentioned. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti soarjuna. He says after giving up the present body, a devotee who has understood Krishna as he is does not return to the material world. You see? This is assurance. So the constitutional position of living entity is eternity. Everyone wants to be living eternally. Nobody wants to die. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Nitya shashvato yam purana. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Every living entity is eternal. But because we have fallen into this material world, we have got this covering of this material body around us. That's why, based upon our karma, either we are wandering from this within the universe, from this planet to that planet, to that planet, to that planet, to that planet, continuously changing the body. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Brahmanda Brahmite, Kono Bhagyavan Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasade Paye, Bhakti Lata Bij. So everyone is wandering up and down within the universe. But one who is sufficiently fortunate to come in contact in Krishna consciousness, with Krishna consciousness, by the mercy of the spiritual master and takes to the path of devotional service, then one is assured of eternal life with no fear of death. So when Krishna appears, everyone is freed from the fear of death. Everyone is free. Yet Mother Devaki, who was the mother of Krishna, was fearing Krishna, was fearing about Krishna. So she was more or less bewildered. That's why she prayed to Krishna, appealed to him, that please free me and Vasudeva from this fear. Because fear is also a part of the spiritual world. That fear is in love of Krishna. Yeah. So as pure devotees also are fearful. But they're fearful for Krishna's safety. But there's no need to be fearful at all of his safety. He gives protection to everyone. Okay. So back to the point of our discussion that Krishna, the controller of Kāla-cakraḥ, he controls Kāla-cakraḥ. We understood how the material manifestation takes place. We understood how it is annihilated, how it goes back. We understood the calculations of within one universe, what is the life of Brahma. After this many years, the universe is destroyed. We saw how Mahavishnu exhales, universes are born, inhales, universes are finished. We understood how living beings are trying to run away, palayan, running away from here in the fear of death to protect themselves, but they can't protect themselves. It's not possible to protect themselves. Only and only when you take safe shelter of Krishna can the protection be there. That Krishna assures this in the Bhagavad Gita. We saw those verses and we saw that those devotees who appear as Krishna's parents are still afraid of for Krishna safety. This is their mood, their bhav of the spiritual world, which they bring to the material world. Hare Krishna. Okay. Does anyone want to say something? Have any questions? Please feel free. Yes, Maurice, thank you. That was 311 trillion years. I think he's disappeared now. Yeah, it is 3 trillion. Thank you for that. It's 311 trillion years. Life of Brahma. And we say that we can go to the moon planet. Prabhupada writes one full paragraph on the moon planet thing. Very heavy stuff. You want me to read? You guys will fall down from the chair. Prabhupada says, in this connection, it may be noted that the moon is one of the heavenly planets. From the Vedic literature, we understand that one who goes to the moon receives a life with a duration of 10,000 years in which to enjoy the fruits of past activities. If our so-called scientists are going to the moon, why should they come back here? We must conclude without a doubt that they have never gone to the moon. To go to the moon, one must have the qualification of pious activities. Then one may go there and live. If one has gone to the moon, why should he return to this planet where life is of a very short duration? Hare Krishna. Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Yes. If you want to say something, some observations, some questions, please feel free. So, Parth, what do you think? You want to go to Brahma's planet? 311 trillion years. Long life, man.
Life will be better, but
much better. First class. You know, Brahma's resort where he goes is private resort. The description, if you hear, you say, this is very nice. I want to go there. Man, you've got 4 times. There are fountains coming out on 4 sides. You cannot go there. Indra also has got a resort next to him, you know. It's all resort, you know. Must. Chakachak. We'll go there. Let's go.
No, Prabhu, no.
No. Okay. Well, I asked you. You should not say I didn't ask you. You know? Not that I'm going. I thought you will go. You'll take me with you.
No, thank you for the offer.
No. I'm not asking you. I was thinking you will say yes and you will take me. So I'm not offering you anything. I was piloning on you.
Bro, but one thing, just an observation, as you said, was these like higher beings, they live for so long, right? So long lifetimes they had. And then you also told us that beyond this material world, time does not exist in its entirety. There is no concept of time. Then, Prabhu, when we try to understand the concepts of spiritual world, where time does not exist, in the domain where time does exist, how can we possibly comprehend like that?
Yeah.
Because we are very much accustomed to a place where time exists, where dimension, I don't know, but yeah, time at least does exist here. So Prabhu, how can we comprehend spiritual matters?
Yes, yes. It's like this. Prabhupada explains this point that when our hands and legs are tied, how can we free ourselves? Same question, same thing like you?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you require somebody whose hands and legs are not tied. So he can come and untie our hands and legs, right?
Yes.
So that is where transcendence means when we are above the three modes of material nature: mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. So when one experiences that and remains there, we all experience that. But to remain there for a sustainable period, then we can have, by the mercy of Krishna, it is revealed what is life there.
By our own mental effort, I think what you're saying is comprehend it at all.
Nothing at all. This is the problem. That's correct. You are absolutely right. But mental thing, because we are constrained by so many things. How can we understand? So that's why we got big difficulty with the scientists talking about all these dinosaurs and all that. 400 million years ago, dinosaurs walked like this. There were some skeletons. Okay, skeletons are there, no doubt about it. There's science, no doubt about it. But your life is 60, 70 years. And how can you talk about 700 million years ago what happened? So we have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful.
Prabhu, on that dinosaur point, Prabhu.
I know it will start another discussion. That's why I'm not saying anything. I put this, I injected this.
Because Prabhu, that thing, just
all questions will come. Yes.
Small thing, nothing much big. But Prabhu, like these Christians, they say that 6,000 years ago the world started, and when asked about all these dinosaur fossils, so they say that God placed them to confuse us. Possibly tell like what is the answer to somebody like this when somebody says God did this to confuse us. We can also say God did that to confuse us.
Yeah. You found somebody in India saying this.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah,
my friend, Christian friend.
Yeah. What can you say? Say God that confuses. That's all right. What to do? Our Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years ago. We've got so they've got all different things. Various things. We can't argue about these things. If somebody is hell-bent on doing it, it's okay. So the thing is this, we are not in the business of converting people anywhere. We are in the business of realizing the supreme truth and sharing the supreme truth. That's all. If people want to keep to their thinking and be happy about that, closing their eyes, it's up to them, no problem. You cannot force. We can just laugh. We can just smile and say, oh, take it. God did it to confuse you. Say, God did that to confuse you. Tell him. Don't include me. This is your answer. You got the answer?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, as I had told, I think I mentioned to you people. We had my friend, one Russian, one British, So I said, well, Lord Ram, because Ram Navami was there in Diwali. He said, yeah, Lord Ram appeared about 2 million years ago. And I was thinking like this, So he said, Hare, 2 million years ago, we were apes, So I just looked at him, and my Russian friend told my British friend, Dennis, no. We were apes. He was not ape. I said, yeah, now you understand. You guys were monkeys. Don't include me in your monkeys. So yeah, God placed them to confuse us, not us, confuse you. Don't include me. My God doesn't confuse me. God is the same. All glories to you. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yes, Mother. Can we see, Mother?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Prabhuji, my question is in for example, like a spiritual world where people live for so long and they might be having more pleasure than what we are achieving here in the material world. And of course, the pleasure level is high, the time duration is high. But the thing is, yeah, of course, satisfaction will not going to be attained. But having said that, there might be species there who would feel that I wouldn't go anywhere now. I have immense pleasure and immense time. So why I have to go to back to Godhead? So
sorry, I didn't understand the question. People who are living in the spiritual world think like this?
Yeah, the people who are living in, let's just say, a spiritual world where time is not existing. So they are having a lot of pleasure there. Might be more than us, right? But what will going to inspire them to go back to Godhead then?
But they are in Godhead. Spiritual world is Godhead.
Okay. So, okay, but not the Golok Vrindavan Dham which we want to attain.
See, you should not get confused. Spiritual world is Vaikuntha planets, right? This is spiritual, Godhead. This is Godhead. Okay. Now, even in Godhead, there are different levels of reciprocation which one performs with God, with Krishna. So Krishna's worship there as that of Vishnu, four-handed, or Lord Vamanadev, Nrsimhadev, is in a particular rasa, awe and reverence rasa. Okay, so it is spiritual world. This is it. But rasa levels are different. The rasas, the mellows, which one devotee experiences with Krishna, is at a different category where we do not accept him as God. That's why I finished my discussion by saying only that one sentence. I did not elaborate on this point to say that, but still Devaki, knowing that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, where death is fearful of him, is still afraid of him. I'm afraid for him. And I said, these things, this rasa exists in the spiritual world. Krishna likes it, where formalities are not kept. And that is only in Braj. That's only in Braj. When Dwarkadish, Krishna is God. That's it. He comes with as a king, you know. But with playing flute is Shyamasundar form. That is a form of Raj. That is what is eternal form in Golok Vrindavan. That's what we worship. So reciprocation is different level. But to think that Vaikuntha knowledge is lower, no, it's not lower. The reciprocations are at different level. Okay? But I think this was only part of your question. You had something else also to say.
So Prabhuji, basically, what is that thing which inspire them to knowing that Krishna is God, but is it the element of love which inspire the person to not or to shrug off that awe and reverence?
Well, if you love Krishna, why do you want to shrug off awe and reverence? I don't understand. I'm not able to understand your question clearly.
So the like, for example, if somebody loves God, so the person might be having awe and reverence, will going to have awe and reverence. But as you said that Devaki Mata has not knowing that he is God. She was also fearful. So what was that?
Fearful for Krishna, out of love for Krishna, to protect him, because she is his mother. I think you're not able to articulate, I'm not able to understand your question. You can speak in other language if you want to, if you're comfortable with other language, no problem.
Actually, I got my answer. My question was on love and respect of Krishna for the God, and you certainly gave the answer. I got the answer.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, if I could just interject a thing. I think Sushi Mataji was asking, you know how in Vaikuntha planets there's awe and reverence, and in Golok Vrindavan there's not like awe and reverence isn't the main thing. So what is the mood in Golok Vrindavan or Brajdham as compared to like say Vaikuntha planets? Is there like and there is a difference, but is there any inferiority between Vaikuntha and Golok Vrindavan? I think is that what Sushi Mataji was asking?
Yeah, and the answer was about the satisfaction level. Correct? Am I?
See how your bhav is, how you want to love Krishna as Dwarkadish, as Krishna with two-handed form. This is how you go back to Godhead. Meditating. Otherwise, you can't go back to Godhead. So for material world, when you're going back to Godhead, if you're perfected your worship, your object of love, which you think constantly about him in that form, with the reciprocation, then you go back to Godhead with that, You understand this? Yes. So satisfaction is complete, but still you may from there also want to change if you want to experience the taste. I'm not a big authority on that subject matter, but it's what I've heard. That also you can change. But topmost is that of Vraj Bhav, Vrindavan Bhav. But it is not easily available. Not that we go to Vrindavan and we get the Bhav. Vraj Bhav. Not that we go and we dance and we say, very nice, I'm feeling very happy. It's not that way. Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to say anything? Okay. So for the serious program, we understood the concept of pradhan now. How is it different from mahatattva as well? The element of Kāla-cakraḥ, which forces this, yeah, and hopefully that will clear a bit of misunderstanding on this. And that's why pradhan stage is very close to the stage of Vasudeva, stage of realization, Vishuddha Sattva. So that's very, very important. We have to focus upon how the modes, the main thing is as devotees, you have to be very careful about how the modes should not affect ourselves, our bhakti. That's it. Mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. We should not. So that's why we have to protect ourselves and protect our bhakti. Even with devotees also. Because somebody is in a particular mode, you can see that. Passion, desire, heavy, You can see that. So we should protect from devotees also, unfortunately. At the same time, we can take all nectar from everybody, but keep our own self protected. That's the most important thing.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Parth.
Prabhu, can you just give a brief, an explanation of what modes are basically? Like a concise, short summary or something. What modes are? What are they? Are they some governing forces? Like, are they some demigods? I'm just asking for, like, what are the modes? What is it? The covering? What are modes? What do we mean by modes of nature? If you want to understand in a very precise way.
In 2 sentences or less, eh?
Kind of like that.
2 sentences or less. This material world, when it is created at the stage of Mahat Tattva, these qualities are entered into it. Goodness, passion, ignorance. These qualities are entered into it. It is this modes with interaction of time creates all the works of actions. Modes of goodness has a particular action, passion has got a particular action, ignorance has a particular action. Right? These are qualities which exist in the material world. It exists eternally with it, when they are entered. So every living being who has got a body, material body, made up of earth, water, fire, and ether, is influenced by goodness, passion, ignorance. You cannot get away from this. You can get away from this only and only when we do not think and act on the platform of the body. Only then the mode doesn't act on us. If you think on the bodily platform, it's acting on us. Passion, goodness, ignorance. Is this okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Prabhu, like when sometimes in life, when we are doing daily activities, and sometimes it happens that, I kind of feel that I am in an autopilot mode. Like if I'm doing a particular activity, let's say I'm playing, or let's say I'm painting or something, it feels as if the thinking and the behavior is in a particular way only. Like if you analyze that action. So are these the modes that are acting on us? Like when we go into autopilot mode and we think that...
No, I do not understand this more clearly, but what I could briefly understand is that autopilot mode is coming through one's own past experiences and likes and dislikes.
Okay. Like Prabhu, when we are angry, let's say, we speak things out of, not because of our own free will. We just keep doing it. It's like...
That's modes.
Are they modes?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
See, even anything that makes us think, greed, ego, cleanliness, uncleanliness, cheating, propensity to speak lies, propensity not to speak lies. These are all acting on the modes. We are helplessly victims of the modes. So those who are on the platform of self-realization, those who are experienced people, experienced meaning what? They're fighting with the modes for a long time. It's called experienced. And we can't fight. We have to take our shelter of the chanting of the holy names. Okay, and to chant the holy names, when the mind doesn't wander, we study books. And we study what are these modes, why does the mind wander, what we should do, what we should not do. Bhagavad Gita, implementing Bhagavad Gita in our life, Bhagavatam. We associate with those kind of people. And this is how then we keep on fighting throughout our lives. We become experienced. Then we will know what I did was in a particular mode, what I should not do in the particular mode. Is this okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah. But as Guru Maharaj would say, Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, that one cannot get out of the mode. One should be expert that when the modes roll out, in one's actions, he or she should be expert to roll it back again. That is perfection. That is perfection, really. Okay. No more questions or realizations, and we can stop.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So thank you for this wonderful class, Prabhu. Nice class on Kāla-cakraḥ. Understanding our real Aukat, how insignificant we are. So Prabhu, you talked about those 5 gross elements. What happens to our subtle elements? What happened to them when actually this annihilation takes place to the soul?
Yeah, good point. So what happens is this, that when the material world is annihilated, this is how it in the first place, how it is expanded from subtle to gross. We discussed how from gross to subtle it goes then. So the 5 gross elements enters into subtle elements, which enters into the Mahatattva, which pushes through the time, which goes back to the material energy, material world, and that goes back into the Pradhan. Pradhan then goes back to Mahavishnu in that format. So the soul, the jivas, exist and live in the body of Mahavishnu, very subtle body. And when the next time when the creation takes place after so many trillions and trillions of years, when Mahavishnu is now resting, all jivas and all universes with the whole Mahatattva, everything, material creation is in the body, just resting in the low yoga nidra. When it has to take place, this is mentioned in the 3rd canto of Bhagavatam. That's when agitation takes place with the modes, and the jivas with their past mode from the previous life or from the life that was existing with its subtle body carries that same consciousness. They're existing there in a dormant state. So with that modes, the interaction begins, Mahatattva begins, right? Time element comes through, and when Mahavishnu then glances over it, that is when the jivas are born in this living beings again, in the Mahatattva, in the material world again, material nature. The impregnation back into the material nature comes through the eyes, glancing.
So we can say, Prabhu, this spirit soul doesn't get annihilated. That Krishna talks about this in chapter 2. So when the conditioned soul is there, all those subtle body which is surrounding us, this doesn't also get, these 3 elements, they also don't get dissolved, do they? Or do they exist like this?
Mind, intelligence, and ego?
Yeah.
About this? No, they don't. Because till the time they go when the material world is finished, when we go to the spiritual world, then our mind, intelligence, and ego, material is not needed. We also have spiritual mind, spiritual intelligence, spiritual ego. That is manifested in its true form. The spiritual ego is our real identity. Sorry, we are mixing this as a senior class in the beginners program, but we cannot not avoid these questions, So it may be a little bit more for beginners and intermediate level class, but maybe good experience for them. But yes, so that is when the question is answered this way, that yes, only but when the soul is ready to go back to Godhead, go Vaikuntha and above, that is when all these things are not needed. When he goes in his real identity of real mind, real consciousness, real intelligence, and real ego, which is its true identity, Swabha. So similarly, even our bhakti is also categorized in this way. So to go back also, when the jivas are performing bhakti, is also categorized in this way. Mainly 2 ways, is opulence, without opulence, and that further divisions are there, in which that with knowledge, love with knowledge, and only love.
Thank you, Prabhu. Nicely answered, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. And in the same way, our preaching takes place in the same form, same fashion. First is the knowledge, step-by-step knowledge, and we ask people to practice the knowledge in their own life. What they hear, practice in your own life. What you study, practice in your own life. So that's where the practice and the love develops with it, with love and knowledge. As this go further, then the jiva has to go into only love, not knowledge also after that. That's called prema or kaivalya. Yeah, that's why all the jivas, they say that the material world, they don't go back to Godhead. That's why these people who say that we've never gone back to Godhead, we are in the material world, we are only with Mahavishnu stage, we have gone, So that's all this confusion happens from that point. Prabhupada said, no, originally it happened from there, Eternally, because we are going up to this stage and coming back, we think it is like this. So that's why there's a bit of disparity between Gaudiya and us, understanding. This will give you more clarity on the subject with the current discussion, Actually, it's a big disparity. It's a very big disparity. And they also use the same scriptures, same Prabhupada's words. So Prabhupada says here, look, nobody falls on the Golok from Vaikuntha planets. Prabhupada says this also. So but a little bit of experience was needed. That's why not everything can be gained with knowledge. So knowledge is important. The knowledge and love comes when you're practicing it. And then once you understand this revelation, then only love remains. Love of Godhead. Not love of anyone, love of Godhead. The love for Krishna, Kaivalya. Is it okay? What? Anyone else, please, before we finish?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I needed a clarification. As you told us that from Mahavishnu pores of his body comes out of different universes, and then Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters in each of them. So different Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters in each of them, or is the same one? And then because also Brahma is born from Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and then there are different types of Brahmas as well, 4 head, 10 head, 1,000 head. So that's clarification, please. I needed.
Yeah, that's the answer. This is the answer you got already,
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to confirm if this is okay. My understanding.
Vishnus,
Okay.
Which of the universes, So the universe which we talk about, the Vishnu, where they're sleeping there and the Brahma coming, is the Garbhodakshai Vishnu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Akshadakshai Vishnu lives in the pole star, which talk about that, Shvetadvip. Where in Bhagavatam we talk about Brahma and all the demigods go to Vishnu to pray, help please, with Lord Shiva. And Lord Vishnu responds, that's Akshadakshai Vishnu, which is in all living beings.
Yes, Prabhuji. Just like from Garbhodakshai Vishnu, because he enters in each of the universes. So is this just one Garbhodakshai Vishnu which enters in each of them, or they are different?
Yeah, different. Yeah.
They are different. Okay.
Because each of them has got different Brahmas, no? So many Brahmas, so many Vishnu.
Coming from his level, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
But at the stage of universe, Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters. Before that, there is no stage. Before there is only one lump of matter.
Yeah, yeah.
Pradhan, material energy, Mahatattva. Mahatattva then enters. It takes all the differentiation takes place, universe takes place, that's when it enters, and that's what all happens.
So Prabhuji, Pradhan is basically total material energy, is it?
Yeah, but with the spiritual touch, in a subtle form. This form is the closest form to that of Mahavishnu. From Pradhan comes material energy. From subtle to gross form starts to come. And from there, time element comes to Mahatattva comes in, trans element comes in. And that's when you find that three modes coming in, all becomes active. And living beings again are impregnated in each other universe. And Brahma is only concerned with populating this thing. Because living beings are not going to come on their own. Somebody needs to impregnate them.
Yes.
So he needs to make progenitors. You know, progenitors, what in Hindi, something they are called
Prajapati.
Prajapatis. So you call Prajapatis and all that they have got. And they are the ones from which Gotra start, you know.
Yes.
Okay. This is okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Sorry for the other levels, you know. You will understand this is good. You know, just for information is all right. It'll fall into place as things come down. Because we don't have any other opportunity. This senior class was meant for only seniors. But we carry it open so that you guys can have some bit of experience also, you know. So don't feel that it's too heavy, too bouncing and all that. Nothing like that. We are not some very big people. We are also students only, you know. But they'll come in a subject matter. All right, all done, I think. I'll wait for 10 more minutes. 10 more seconds, sorry. All right. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai. Shri Gurudev ki. Jai. Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki. Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande Hari Hari Bol Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Jai. Right. So who's going to sing today? Maharaj, please hear us. Oh. It's Subhadra's turn. Subhadra and Madhav. Hare Krishna Subhadra. कैसे हैं आप? ठीक है?
Last time Subi sang.
Oh, last time Subi sang. Sorry, it's your turn. Goodness me, how did I do that? I should be punished.
I will make you punished.
Navina, you should punish me on this, eh?
No.
No? Oh, you're very kind. Very nice. Okay, Navina, we start with you now. 1, 2, 3, start.
Maharaj, please hear us.
Maharaj, please hear us.
We have learned some real good stuff.
We have learned some real good stuff.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
And today for you we will sing.
Today for you we will sing.
If our room is clean,
If our room is clean,
then our mind is clean.
then our mind is clean.
If our mind is clean,
If our mind is clean,
we can do anything.
we can do anything.
If our room is dirty,
If our room is dirty,
then so are we.
then so are we.
And if we are dirty,
And if we are dirty,
we're not happy.
we're not happy.
Wasting time
Wasting time
is the greatest crime.
is the greatest crime.
Because wasted time
Because wasted time
means a wasted mind.
means a wasted mind.
So best use your time
So best use your time
when you're in your prime.
when you're in your prime.
And your whole life
Your whole life
will be sublime.
will be sublime.
If your wealth is gone,
If your wealth is gone,
then there's nothing wrong.
then there is nothing wrong.
If your health is gone,
But if health is gone,
that's a different song.
that's a different song.
If your character dies,
But if your character dies,
then the world will cry.
when the world will cry,
Only saintly behavior
only saintly behavior
lets humanity thrive.
lets humanity try.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We must always remember Krishna
We must always remember Krishna
and never forget him too.
and never forget him too.
How are we to practice this with so many things to do?
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
That is the greatest question.
That is the greatest question.
And here is the greatest clue.
And here is the greatest clue.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
You must also work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
So listen very closely
So listen very closely
and make your thinking sharp.
and make your thinking sharp.
Let's learn how we can live well, but so Krishna won't depart.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
If something's due tomorrow,
If something's due tomorrow,
finish it today.
finish it today.
And whatever's due today,
And whatever's due today,
do it now, don't delay.
do it now, don't delay.
Your friends might be lazy
If your friends might be lazy
or doing bad things.
or doing bad things,
But if you think again,
but you think again,
don't follow them,
don't follow them,
and you will win the end.
and you will win the end.
Whatever work we're given,
Whatever work we're given,
we do our very best.
we do our very best.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is how to live, to work and to play. If you learn to live this way, we'll see Krishna every day.
This is how to live, to work and to play. In this way, we'll see Krishna every day.
And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. They sing and dance with him with our hearts full of love.
When our time is up, we'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with the heart full of love.
To chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame is the only way this world we can never become same.
Stories and his only way this world will ever be.
Now please ask this greatest question
Let's ask this greatest question
and find this greatest clue.
and find this greatest clue.
We can only remember Krishna
We can only remember Krishna
if Krishna remembers you.
if Krishna remembers you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Zorinda Shila Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj Shila Gurudev Ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Mahavishnu Goswami Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Patadare Sarini. Oh, Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki Jai, Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So with this we conclude our program today. We will meet you, Krishna willing, next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.